SRS 4410 Compilation Engagements. SRS 4410 deals with the practitioner's responsibilities when engaged to assist management with the preparation and presentation of historical financial information without obtaining any assurance on that information and to report on the engagement in accordance with this SRS. In SRS 4410, we will not give any assurance. The practitioner will not express any assurance. It applies to compilation engagement for historical financial information. Compilation engagements for the financial information other than historical financial information and compilation engagements for non-financial information can be performed under this standard after necessary adaptation. SQC1 is applicable to all engagements since SRS 4410 is also one of the engagement standard. SQC1 applies to firms in respect of firms compilation engagements too. What is compilation engagement? Compilation engagement is an engagement in which a practitioner applies accounting and financial reporting expertise to assist management in preparation and presentation of financial information of an entity in accordance with an applicable financial reporting framework and issues a report. Management may request a professional accountant in public practice to assist with the preparation and presentation of financial information of an entity. Financial information that is subject of a compilation engagement may be required for various purposes, including to comply to comply with to comply with mandatory periodic financial reporting requirements established in law or regulation, if any, for purposes unrelated to mandatory financial reporting under relevant law or regulation, including, for example, for management or those charged with governance, prepared on the basis appropriate for their particular purpose, such as preparation of financial information for internal use, for periodic financial reporting undertaken for external parties under a contract or other form of agreement, such as financial information provided to a funding body to support provision or continuation of a grant for transactional purposes. For example, support a transaction involving changes to the entity's ownership or financing structure, such as for a merger or acquisition. A compilation engagement is not an assurance engagement. A compilation engagement does not require the practitioner to verify the accuracy or completeness of the information provided by the management for the compilation or otherwise to gather evidence to express an audit opinion or review conclusion on the preparation of the financial information. Objectives in accordance with SRS 4410. The practitioner's objectives in compilation engagement under this SRS are to apply accounting and financial reporting expertise to assist management in the preparation and presentation of financial information in accordance with an applicable financial reporting framework based on the information provided by the management and report in accordance with the requirements of this SRS. Scope of compilation engagement. The scope of compilation engagement will vary depending upon the circumstance of the engagement. However, in every case, it will involve assisting management in the preparation and presentation of entities' financial information in accordance with the financial reporting framework based on information provided by the management. In some compilation engagements, management may have already prepared the financial information itself in a draft or preliminary form. Management retains responsibility for the financial information and the basis on which it is prepared and presented. The responsibility includes application by the management of the judgment required for the preparation and presentation of the financial information, including the selection and application of appropriate accounting policies and, where needed, developing reasonable accounting estimates. Different financial reporting frameworks can be used to prepare and present financial information, ranging from a simple entity specific basis of accounting to established financial reporting standards. The financial reporting framework adopted by the management to prepare and present the financial information will depend on the nature of the entity and the intended use of the information. Ethical requirements. The practitioner shall comply with the relevant ethical requirements in compiling with in complying with the code of ethics. Threats to the practitioner's compliance with the relevant ethical requirements are required to be identified and appropriately addressed. Being in nature of non-assurance engagement, independence requirements do not apply to compilation engagements. However, law or regulations may specify requirements or disclosure rules pertaining to independence, engagement, acceptance, and continuation. The practitioner shall not accept the engagement unless the practitioner has agreed the terms of engagement with management and the engaging partner, if different, including the intended use and the distribution of the financial information and any restrictions on either its use or its distribution, where applicable. Identification of the applicable financial reporting framework, objective and scope of the compilation engagement, responsibilities of the practitioner, including the requirements to comply with the relevant ethical requirements, the responsibility of management for the financial information and for the preparation and presentation thereof in accordance with the financial reporting framework that is acceptable in view of the intended use of financial information and the intended users. Design, implementation, and maintenance of such internal control as management determines is necessary to enable the preparation of financial statements that are free from material misstatement, whether due to fraud or error. The accuracy and completeness of the records, documents, explanations, and other information provided by the management for the compilation engagement and judgments needed in the preparation and presentation of financial information, including those for which the practitioner may provide assistance in the course of the compilation engagement. The expected form and content of the practitioner's report. The practitioner shall record the agreed terms of engagement in an engagement letter or suitable form of written agreement prior to performing the engagement. On recurring compilation engagements, the practitioner shall evaluate whether circumstances, including changes in the engagement acceptance considerations, require the terms of engagement to be revised and whether there is a need to remind management of the existing terms of engagement. Performing the engagement. The practitioner shall obtain an understanding of the following matters sufficient to be able to perform the compilation engagement. The entity's business and operations, including the entity's accounting system and accounting records, and the applicable financial reporting framework, including its application in the entity's industry. The practitioner shall compile the financial information using the records, documents, explanations, and other information, including significant judgments provided by the management. The practitioner shall discuss with the management or those charged with governance as appropriate those significant judgments for which the practitioner has provided assistance in the course of compiling the financial information. Prior to completion of the compilation engagement, the practitioner shall read the compiled in financial information in light of the practitioner's understanding of the entity's business and operations and of the applicable financial reporting framework. If in the course of a compilation engagement, the practitioner becomes aware that the records, documents, or explanations or other information, including significant judgments provided by management for compilation engagement are incomplete, inaccurate, or otherwise unsatisfactory, the practitioner shall bring that to the attention of the management and request the additional or corrected information. If the practitioner is unable to complete the engagement because management has failed to provide records, documents, explanations, or other information, including significant judgments, as requested. The practitioner shall withdraw from the engagement and inform management and those charged with governance of the reasons for withdrawing. If the practitioner becomes aware during the course of engagement that the compiled financial information does not adequately refer to or describe the applicable financial reporting framework, the amendments to the compiled financial information are required for the financial information not to be materially misstated or compiled financial information is otherwise misleading. The practitioner shall propose the appropriate amendments to the management. If management declines or does not permit the practitioner to make the proposed amendments to the compiled financial information, the practitioner shall withdraw from the engagement and inform management and those charged with governance of the reasons for withdrawing. If withdrawal from the engagement is not possible, The practitioner shall determine the professional and legal responsibilities applicable in the circumstances. The practitioner shall obtain an acknowledgement from management or those charged with governance as appropriate that they have taken responsibility for the final version of the compiled financial information. Communication with management and those charged with governance. The practitioner shall communicate with the management or those charged with governance as appropriate on a timely basis during the course of the compilation engagement. All matters concerning the compilation engagement that, in the practitioner's professional judgment, are of significant importance to merit the attention of management or those charged with governance as appropriate. The practitioner's report. An important purpose of the practitioner's report is to clearly communicate the nature of compilation engagement and the practitioner's role and responsibilities in the engagement. The practitioner's report is not a vehicle to express an opinion or conclusion on the financial information in any form. The practitioner's report issued for the compilation engagement shall be in writing and shall include the following elements: the report title, the addressee, as required by the terms of the engagement, a statement that the practitioner has compiled the financial information based on information provided by the management, a description of the responsibilities of management or those charged with governance as appropriate in relation to the compilation engagement and in relation to the financial information, identification of applicable financial reporting framework, and if a special purpose framework reporting framework is used, a description or reference to the description of that special purpose framework in the financial information, identification of the financial information, including the title of each element of the financial information if it comprises more than one element, and the date of the financial information or the period to which it relates, a description of the practitioner's responsibilities in compiling the financial information, including that the engagement was performed in accordance with this SRS and that the practitioner has complied with the relevant ethical requirements, a description of what a compilation engagement entails in accordance with the SRS, explanations that since a compilation engagement is not an assurance engagement, the practitioner is not required to verify the accuracy or completeness of the information provided by the management for the compilation, and accordingly, the practitioner does not express an audit opinion or a review conclusion on whether the financial information is prepared in accordance with the applicable financial reporting framework. If the financial information is prepared using a special purpose financial reporting framework, an explanatory paragraph that describes the purpose for which financial information is prepared, and if necessary, the intended users, or contains a reference to a note in the financial information that discloses this information and draws the attention of readers of the report to the fact that the financial information is prepared in accordance with the special purpose framework and that as a result, the information may not be suitable for other purposes. The date of the practitioner's report, practitioner's signature, and place of signature. Engagement level quality control. The engagement partner shall take responsibility for the overall quality of each compilation engagement to which the practice partner is assigned, and engagement being performed in accordance with the firm's quality control policies and procedures. Documentation. The practitioner shall include in the engagement documentation significant matters arising during the compilation engagement and how those matters were addressed by the practitioner. A record of how the compiled financial information reconciles with the underlying records, documents, explanations, and other information provided by the management, and a copy of the final version of compiled financial information for which the management or those charged with governance as appropriate has acknowledged their responsibility and the practitioner's report. The practitioner may consider also including the engagement documentation, a copy of the entity's trial balance, summary of significant accounting records, or other information that the practitioner used to perform the compilation.